Good evening and welcome to Canada's Agriculture Day. My name is Joel Ward. I'm the President and CEO of Red Deer College, and you are in one of our beautiful facilities called the Wilco-clad Event Center right across the street from our Donald School of Business. So we're delighted to be here to have a special presentation this evening. I would like to first of all thank our partners in this event. The University of Alberta, a great partner of Red Deer College and Olds College. In fact, we've been offering degrees from University of Alberta on our campus for over 30 years. You probably all heard that we are now transitioning, Red Deer College is, to become a recognized university. So we're in the middle of that transition as we speak. We have a name that we're taking to the board on Thursday, and I'll have to hold you in suspense to see what the new name is, but just take the C and turn it into a U, and you'll be close. I'm still not sure that's what it's going to be, but you never know. And of course, you probably also know that Red Deer is hosting the Canada Winter Games. It is an incredible experience. Red Deer College is the athletes' village, so we'll be hosting 3,600 teenagers on our campus, messing our campus up with their dirty feet, lounging around, eating our food, and getting ready for some spectacular sporting events. We opened our Gary W. Harris Canada Games Centre in August, and how many of you have been in there? You need to have a look, folks. It's extraordinary. We'll be hosting 5 events there, Canada Winter Games. We'll be hosting badminton, wheelchair basketball, figure skating, short track, speed skating, and squash. So if you have a chance to attend, please come by and watch some of these great young athletes, future Olympians, participating here in Central Alberta. We've been planning this for 4 years. Our current students actually get an extra reading week. 140 of them we moved to Olds campus residence, and the other 700 that were in residence, I think, are probably on their way to the Bahamas. They were pretty excited about getting an extra week. So it's the largest multi-sport event in Canada, and we're so delighted to host it right here in Central Alberta, where all of Canada will be watching. So again, thank you very much to the University of Alberta, to our partners at Olds College. Olds College and Red Deer College are partners in many endeavors, and we are delighted to have them as a partner as they write their future to move from their very large history in agriculture, but smart ag and ag tech. The future of agriculture in this province is in the good hands of our good friend and colleague, President Stuart Collum, who will be speaking to you in just a few moments. Finally, I just want to say thank you, Rob Syke, for leaning on me and insisting that I give you this facility for free tonight so you could host this event. So Rob, we're delighted to be able to participate with you in this great event. I know you all rushed down from Edmonton where you had that event earlier today. I can't imagine what your day has looked like, but we couldn't be more delighted to welcome you to Red Deer College and celebrate Canada Agricultural Day with our great partners, the University of Alberta. And I'd now like to introduce the president of Olds College, my good friend and colleague, Stuart Collum.
Thank you, Joel. I appreciate it. I think the last time I was in this room, I was, I think, in high school with a date, sitting somewhere over there watching a movie. So it's been a while, and man, you guys have done some amazing things to this facility. Today is an opportunity for us to listen and to hear from thought leaders. It is really exciting as someone who was a producer and is now part of a world-class, what I consider a world-class agriculture institution, to have thought leaders in agriculture and food speak to us. And so having folks talk about the impact of technology as well as the impact of society's perception on food and agriculture. This is something that we think about a lot in our industry. I think it's a really, really important topic. And these topics matter a lot to our industry, but they also matter a lot to our post-secondary institutions, because we need to be thinking about how we're training our students and how we're creating the learning environments and the learning programs in order to equip them to deal with a very fast-moving industry and one that is being impacted by a lot of societal perceptions. And I also want to recognize that a busload of Olds College students did come up for this. Why don't you guys stand up? So they're taking a Wednesday evening, and I think you've made a good choice to participate in this in a voluntary basis. I realize that students often get told where to go and what to do, and this was one of those opportunities where they had a free choice. So the fact that they're here, I think, is an indication that they're keen and they're going to be important leaders in the future. Olds College is building new programming as we speak. We are moving a lot of our existing programming to focus on technology, as I mentioned, but we're also developing new programming in agriculture technology. And we've just launched, or we just submitted 3 new programs that are at the certificate, diploma, and baccalaureate level in agriculture technology. So we're excited about that, and it's really going to shape, I think, the future of our institution. We've also launched our Smart Farm last year, and so we're going into our second year of that endeavor. And that's really taking our 2,000 acres and transitioning it into an interconnected commercial scale environment by providing the connectivity, sensor capabilities, and analytical capacity so that industry and our students can practice technology, that can validate technology, and can really understand how technology can work in order to increase productivity while also ensuring our environment is taken care of. Our Smart Farm is going to move into its second year. As I mentioned, we're excited about the partnerships that we have started to build with industry. We're going to be launching, we actually have already confirmed 5 new projects on the Smart Farm, and we have 13 more in development, and so that's really exciting. I also want to recognize that in August 13th and 14th, we will be launching our new showcase called AgSmart. This is a hands-on demonstration and education exposition focused on technology and data across the ag sector. And we're launching this show in collaboration with Agritrade. And then we're excited about that. Agritrade is a world-class show in its own right, taking place here in Red Deer, and so we're excited to be able to provide a show that demonstrates technology for our agriculture sector, and it's going to be an exciting time. I also want to recognize that in addition to the great things that are happening at Red Deer College, we recognize the great work of the University of Alberta and the Faculty of Agriculture, Agriculture, Life, Environmental Sciences. I have known Dr. Blade for approximately 15 years. Our paths have kind of crisscrossed over that period of time. I remember meeting him for the first time as a pretty young professional, sort of bending his ear about where our sector is going and some of the opportunities for someone like me who was trying to forge a career path. And I really appreciated his advice then, and I continue to appreciate it as we have opportunities to talk. If you want to understand agriculture and where it's going on a global scale, follow his Twitter feed because it's insightful and it really does provide a really interesting perspective on where agriculture is going. So it is my pleasure to introduce the Dean for the University of Alberta, Dr. Stan Blade.
Well, thanks, Stuart. That's very kind, and thank you both to President Ward and to President Cullum. It feels like we're at home here. My name is Stan Blade, Dean of the Faculty of Agricultural, Life, and Environmental Sciences at the University of Alberta. But really, I'm Stan. I'm a dairy farmer kid from Millet, Alberta. How many people know where Millet is? You better all know where Millet is. So why do I love being Dean? It's pretty easy. We have this amazing faculty that somehow connects research and training in agriculture, in food, in nutrition, all the way through to human health. We have the only human dietetics program in the province. And we also have within our same faculty people that are doing work on that environmental platform of water and soils and biodiversity and the economic underpinnings of what it is that we do. So in one faculty we have this integration that people like to talk about. So we're very fortunate that way. We're very fortunate with the facilities that we have. We have 25,000 acres of farms and ranches around Alberta. We've got some great research facilities. our partners, amazingly, the number isn't important, but what it does is important, invest about $45 million a year in the research and training that we do, just on top of everything else that we have happening within our faculty. So why do I love what I do, and why do I think it's important? Some of you have heard that a couple of years ago, the Government of Canada invited, at that time, the managing partner of McKinsey Global, Dominic Barton, to come back to Canada, and they were interested in looking at where can we grow Canada's economy. No holes barred, no predetermined notions, and these people that had no idea about our sector, the first paper that they produce, they say that agri-food is the #1 growth opportunity for Canada. And they go further and they say, Canada should be the global leader in the 21st century in providing safe, nutritious, sustainable food. And I think what you're going to hear this evening is very much fits into that narrative, into that storyline. It's what we do. I know it's what Stuart does in his leadership of an amazing Olds College. I know it's what President Ward does within Red Deer College. In our sector, there is just this tremendous opportunity right now. We face some headwinds, but there are really a lot of tremendous things that we are going to be able to do. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce two people. First of all, you're going to hear from Rob Syke. You've already heard Rob is an amazing person, an alumnus of our faculty. I told our group this afternoon that he was the first one that organized an actual licensed bar none, so that there was even more alcohol at bar none, which I'm completely impressed by in those days. Or I should say, at least he monetized the alcohol that was flowing during bar none. He's been a serial entrepreneur. You know his work in Agri-Trends. He's now involved in a number of other companies that are going on. And then he is going to have his presentation morph into that of Dr. David Zurich, coming from Belgium, joining us with a very different view of agriculture and some of the issues that are going on across the globe when it comes to technology. So without further ado, I will ask you to help me to bring Rob Syke to the stage.